Good morning. Today is Monday, January 23rd. We have a trade that came in on the USD CAD for short. This trade is targeting 104 pips. I believe that the stop loss was roughly about 34, 35 pips. Right now we have some good movement that's happening in the market. We're at a break-even stop loss. I'm not sure if the scale in the Expert Advisor has kicked in as of yet, but the scale basically will start to move the stop loss down even further to lock in pips once we reach, I believe it's either 70 or 75% of the target. So you can't see it on this chart here, but in the actual account, the stop has been moved from break even, which is where you actually can see it now, to lock in some pips. I'm not sure exactly how many pips have been locked in so far, but the Expert Advisor does all of this automatically. We're looking at the USD CAD because I've been doing some research and some testing and some back testing on a number of different pairs to examine how effective using just the 4-hour retracements would be on different currency pairs. It so happens that it's very effective on all of the pairs that I've been examining it on, including this USD CAD. There are about 6 other pairs that I'm also watching in addition to this pair. The 3 major pairs that I normally watch, which are the Euro dollar, the Aussie dollar, and the pound dollar. I also looked at the Euro CAD, this pair here, which is the USD CAD, the New Zealand dollar, and the dollar chef, or the dollar Swizzy. So I have a watch list now of roughly about 7 pairs that I am keeping my eye on, to wait for these opportunities to come and present themselves from the 4-hour perspective. Here are some of the trades on this USD CAD pair that came in from the 4-hour. We had one that was back here on the 10th of January. Stop loss is where this pink line is. This particular trade had a very tight stop loss of about 30 pips, and it ran down for roughly about, I'd say about 65 pips in total. So very good risk reward on all of the setups that I normally will take. I usually will target anywhere from 1.5 to 3 times whatever the size of the stop loss is, depending on how big or small the stop loss is. So usually for stops that are less than 50 pips, I target 3 times whatever the stop loss size is, and anything between 50 and, I believe it's 50 and 80, I'll target 1 to 2, and anything that is above 80 pips, I'll target 1 to 1.75. So always having an edge in the market, in my opinion, is the best way to maximize and capitalize on the opportunities that will come, in the market for larger pip moves. The best way to be able to see that is from the daily chart, and the best way to be able to enter into a daily trade, in my opinion, would be from a retracement. So we use the 4-hour to identify the level of the retracements, and also to help isolate the best timing to get into that trade and take advantage of the movement on the daily chart. So this trade here that I'm pointing to was on the 16th of January, and It had roughly about a 95 pip stop loss. Ultimately, it went for about 125 pips. So I'm certain that the target was more than that, but as I mentioned, the scale in the Expert Advisor automatically will adjust the stop loss and will move it up or down along the way as the trade progresses. So these are just things that I'm showing about the method, about the Expert Advisor that I have programmed to take advantage of the method almost on 100% autopilot. There's still a few intricate things that you should do prior to using the Expert Advisor. But basically, the Expert Advisor does handle the trade, management of the trade. It identifies where the stop loss should be, places that stop loss, identifies the target based on what I had just mentioned about, targeting anywhere from 1.5 to 3 times the size of the stop loss. It does all of that automatically. Closes out the trade if the stop loss is moved down, and then price comes back and takes out the stop. So a lot of exciting things built into this Expert Advisor that allow the method to be maximized and used to its full potential, for sure. So this is just the trade that is currently running. I'm not in any other pair at the moment, so we're gonna just keep track of this trade and see how it progresses. But currently, I believe that we're up about 70 pips, and the target is about 105. So stay tuned for more videos.